Appreciate it. We appreciate your time and your dedication to your school community, and we thank you for stepping up, being your president at your PAPTA. As you know, President's Council also needs a PAPTA, but it's known as President's Council. President Council helps all the PAPTAs, all 36 schools, actually 34 schools in our district. The two pre-K centers do not have a PAPTA. They have like a parent advisory board or something, but it's not a PAPTA. Only the 34 schools and the middle schools and elementary schools in our district have a PAPTA. To be in compliance, your school has to have a president or COs, secretary or COs, and treasurer or COs to go ahead has to go ahead and have that election for that. If you have those three people, then you're in compliance. And like I said, you're all here because you're part of your PAPTA, and I appreciate it. I'm going to do an official roll call really quick just to count everybody that I see on the screen, just to double check and know how many people we have present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 people eligible to vote. We have 2 guests, 2 District 25 staff members, and we have 1 parent that has not identified themselves. So Emma, as soon as you let me know what school you're from, I could go ahead and give you a code. Other than that, thank you.
I'm sorry, I forgot to change the my name. I'm from PS 163. My name is Kyle Yulan.
Okay.
Hello?
And you're the new president 163?
Yes.
Okay, let me verify that really quick. Okay. I have Angela, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
Thank you.
How do I fix it? First spell kiss.
Thank you for being here. All right. Let me do the count because I have to make sure that I have the correct count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 people present, 2 guests and 2 staff members. I mean, 2 District 25 employees, 2 DOE employees. At this time, we're going to go ahead and open the floors for president. I will do the election for president, and then once the president wins, they'll take over and do the rest of the elections. So for president, the person, anybody want to nominate themselves, run, please? I'm easy to work with. I'll help you out.
Sure.
Gee, not everybody jump at once.
Jahar Burton.
I'll nominate myself, and if again for Francis Gonzalez, and if anyone wants to work alongside me and I can mentor you to be president for President's Council, I'm more than willing to do that.
I am Jahar Burton. I'm interested.
I can't hear you.
No, I said me, Jahar Burton.
You would like to be a co-president?
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys going to run together or run separate?
I don't mind together.
Together. I said I would, if anyone's willing to run with me, I would run with them to mentor.
All right. So we have
Esther, can you put the name of the person in the chat for me so I can spell it correctly?
that's what I was going to ask. Since I put the code, I don't have the correct. I was going to ask for that. Sorry. Okay, Spell it?
Okay, type it in. Yeah, I'll type it in the chat.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Francis. I forget once I move your names, I don't. Okay. So this is going once. Anybody else want to run for president or co-president? Anybody else?
This is Rachel Baltadano. I could also run as a co-president, but I wouldn't want to be on my own.
Okay, so right now Francis and Johar Burton are one. You would need to find somebody else to run with you, or if you want to run by yourself. So it's up to you.
Okay, I'll forget my nomination. I'll just let the other two run for co-president.
Okay, thank you. All right, second time, anybody else? Okay, this is the last time. So as of right now, we have Francis and Johar Burton, Francis Gonzalez and Johar Burton for co-presidents. This will close the nomination for president or co-president for President's Council. Since it's uncontested and nobody ran against them, I would need somebody to go ahead and motion one vote, cast a vote for them. And it's simply, you state your name. I, Esther Maluto, cast a vote for Francis Gonzalez and Joharda Burton to be co-presidents for President's Council District 25, something like that. Anybody want to cast a vote for them?
I'll do it. Antonella Golia, I cast a vote for Francis Gonzalez and Johara Burton as co-presidents for President's Council of District 25.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, ladies. I look forward to working with both of you for the school year. What is it, 22, 23? Already fast.
Guys.
All right, Francis, take over.
Now I take over for the other position.
Yes.
Thank you, Johara. I'll be sending you my information.
Okay.
Okay, and so at this time, we're looking for recording secretary, which is someone who takes the minutes for our President's Council. You just take highlights of what's going on. Sometimes being that the calls are recorded, you can actually look at the recording and do minutes from there as well. So do we have any nominations for that position? Anyone? This
Come
board,
on.
this board only meets once a month. And so, we have our meetings once a month. We meet not as much as PTA boards meet, or it's very light work. So don't be afraid. Anyone?
Just like at your schools, we need to have the 3 members to be in compliance. So if anybody would like to run. I think I saw, okay, never mind. Anybody else? Come on, people. I can't call names, but I want to call all of your names.
And me too.
Come on. We'll walk you through if you're new. Don't worry, we will walk you through. Francis and I and the other person, we will like Johar, we will go ahead and walk
And
you
I'm very
through.
new myself, so you know, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a great way to network and to stay together, you know, and support each other. I've been part of the President's Council now for over 6 years, and I have to say I've learned so much working with Esther and the superintendent and just learning from all of you. I really recommend that you come on this board. It's really not a lot of time. It's just a lot of virtual meetings that we have. And really we can select speakers to come and speak to our district. So it's a really cool position. So I recommend that you take the chance. We're here to support you. So if that's what you're worried about, that shouldn't be a worry. So we need 2 brave parent leaders to come up on board so we can have some good agenda items for you next year. So I definitely need help with that. Jahara and I are going to need help with that. So we definitely want your input. So please, some of you are new, and I know that you're afraid, but really you're going to learn a lot this year, and hopefully keep continuing to serve on the President's Council Board. So please step up today and help us out. Everyone has their camera off because they don't want the eye contact. Everybody's like, no eye contact. Right when the room and everybody's looking at each other. Come on, guys, you got to step up. We have to make our district look good.
One of the things that since it's easier because the meeting's recorded, and you can just the meetings are recorded, and so you have that advantage, you know, for your note taking. You could just listen to the recording and type, you know, the highlights of the meeting. So they're asking what time is President's Council meetings? Usually they're every third Monday of the month. So they meet once a month, and the time is from 6:30 to 8:30.
And as far as when the board meets, we meet when we want to meet. We usually try to make an agenda, or, you know, we speak through each other via email. So it's really not as complicated or challenging as regular PTAs. Like, we don't do any fundraisers. We don't know what September is going to look like, if we're going in person or we're going to stay virtually. We don't know that yet, but right now it's virtual.
Okay, fine. You've convinced me. This is Rachel Baltadano. I will nominate myself for recording secretary, even though I loathe minutes.
Thank you, Rachel. We appreciate you. Rachel, can you put your name in the chat?
You got to call it 3 times, Francis.
Huh?
You have to say it 3 times and then close it.
No, I know, but she has to put her name in the chat, so we have 1 nomination. Okay, are there any other nominations for recording secretary? Going once.
Or
Go
co-recording
twice.
secretary, or co?
Or would someone like to run with Rachel?
I'll run with Rachel. This is Carlos Franco.
All right, Carlos. Yeah, put your name in the chat.
Carlos Franco. So we have a Rachel Baltanado and Carlos Franco running as co-recording secretaries, which is awesome. Thank you, guys. Is there anyone else want to run for this position? You can pick another or you can just run by yourself. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? At this time, we're going to close the position for recording secretary. We have Rachel Baltanato and Carlos Franco running as co-s, as recording secretary. At this time, can someone just make a motion for them to be confirmed? Anyone could unmute yourself and just say your first name and that you're making that motion.
Jahara Burton, I'm making that motion.
Okay.
Okay, and at this time, we're going to open up the role of treasurer. Treasurer, there's not much happening with treasuring right now, but if any deposits or anything that needed to be made, that's when we usually are in person and collect dues. We had, I did the treasury role for a couple of years, and we go to the bank and bring it in and deposit it. We really don't have any fundraisers, so there's not much, but sometimes we would host some hospitality events, like bring food for you, and that's when we would actually do more check signing and stuff. But right now, it's just that a position we need to fill. So if anyone is interested for a treasurer or co-treasurer, please unmute yourself and nominate yourself.
I just
So I
have a
have-
question for general purposes, as it relates to treasure. Is President's Council gonna collect dues this year? Because I know you guys didn't this year.
I think when we go back in person, because most of our dues were spent on like treats and food and snacks, we will. But right now, because there's not really a way to send the dues and it would be a little bit more complicated, but we'll revisit that in September when we get more guidance.
I just wondered.
Thank you. Someone says they're interested. It's D25 163.
I actually had a question, Francis,
Yes.
or two questions. So one is, how many signatures are on is it 2 signatures like our? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other question was, is there like, typically, what has the treasurer used for record keeping? Like, is it a spreadsheet? Is it a ledger?
So
anything?
each treasurer does their own thing, but at every meeting they would give a report, like how many schools had donated their dues, or but other than that, it's totally up to the person that's a treasurer how they go ahead and keep the spreadsheet. A lot of times, I don't know, Francis, did you do it? You have
Yeah,
like
I did. I just kept a sheet that said
yeah.
like a beginning balance, any transactions that were made, an ending balance. And right now we haven't had any change in transactions since the pandemic. So it's been the same for about 2 years. That may change in September. We don't know, but it's really, and again, we all help each other on the board, like whoever is available, whoever can come in. But I just want to reiterate that if there's 2 people who run for treasurer and like say 2, like us co-presidents, if we're going to sign a check, it has to be one. We both co-presidents cannot sign a check and that be considered 2 signatures. We are considered one entity. So it would be one signature from either one of us, Jahira or myself, and then someone else in another department, whether it's the recording secretary or the treasurer, would be the second signature, if that makes sense. So 163 was interested. What's your first name?
Please put your name in the chat.
Angela Lamb, 163. Are you running by yourself or you have a co?
You could totally run by yourself. You don't need to go a co, but if you want to
Doesn't
co,
matter if someone want to be a co, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a lesson learning.
So we have Angela Lamb put in her nomination to run for treasurer. Are there any other nominations? Going once. Going twice. At this time, we're going to close out the position of treasurer. We have 1 nomination, Angela Lamb. Can I get someone to second that? Put in the motion, please.
Burton, I put in a motion for that.
Thank you. Okay, congratulations, Angela. Congratulations, Rachel Carlos. Congratulations, myself and Jahira. And at this time, this ends our elections, right? We don't have any other positions, right, Esther?
no. But I think Christine's on here. I wanted to thank the outgoing board for their time and dedication. Christine, I believe I saw you here, and Francis, thank you for being President's Council for last year. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your time, and to all the incoming new board members. Thank you for stepping up, and we will definitely, for all the new people, don't worry, we'll walk you through and help you out so that you could learn. And thank you. Thank you for making District 25. Thank you for stepping up, and that way we are now in compliance with having a newly elected President's Council. Thank you, Louis, for your help tonight. Thank you as always for everything. You always help me out.
I did nothing.
But hey, you're here.
The next President's Council meeting is on Monday, September 19th. Currently, the meeting is scheduled, Francis, virtual, and if that changes, we will let the parent coordinators know when school starts again to let everyone know the meeting. But right now, and you can also check the President's Council website for all of the details. But right now, the date is virtual and on Monday, September 19th. And I think on that day, you guys will pick you'll confirm the meeting dates for the rest of the school year. Right?
Yes. So just where you logged in today to come into the meeting, that is a one-stop place where you could check all the information when it comes to President's Council. It also has the Community Education Council, which is CEC. If you ever want to attend those meetings and learn and find out what's going on in the community, those are the first Wednesday of every month. And the link is there. It's always the same link. Same thing for President's Council. It's always the same link. So anything you want to find out about the district, that is the District 25 website. And that's where you could go ahead and find out information and definitely find the link. Say you forgot the link, you know to go there and the link is there just like today. The same link all the time. Louis entered the information in the chat, which is www.d25.nyc/PC for President's Council. So you might want to save that in your phone, save it somewhere where you know, but that is the meeting link for all the meetings for next year. Anything President's Council, that's the link.
And we use that link because in case we have to change like the Zoom link, we can just put the new Zoom link on there and you guys don't have to worry if you have the right link. You always go to the website and you click join Zoom and you join the correct meeting. So
I put in my information to all the people who ran tonight.
Yeah.
So please look at your direct message and feel free to contact me. I'm here to support you. I need your support as well. And
So what I'm going to need for all the new people that ran and got elected I need your information so I can fill out the election certification form for President's Council. And that information will be your name, your street address, your zip code, phone number, and your email address. Send me that. I'll fill in for you guys. And then the superintendent and we'll go ahead and sign this. And I will go ahead and submit this.
and don't put all that stuff in the chat. Email that stuff to Esther.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Email it. I'm gonna,
Yeah, don't put it in the chat. Mhm.
sorry, I was.
Even though I would love to visit you at home, put that in an email.
I'm entering my email right now.
Thank you, Esther.
Sorry, I was sending it. I was having a conversation with somebody. I was sending it to them. So it's E Maluto. So E for Esther, Maluto is my last name at schools.nyc.gov. That's E Maluto at schools.nyc.gov. And
Sorry, you say you want the name, the address?
yes, your name, first and last,
Mhm.
your address, street address,
Yeah.
your zip code,
Mhm.
your cell number or your preferred phone number, contact number, and then your email address.
Gotcha. Okay. So
All
name-
right.
The school you're from is helpful. too.
Yes, and the school you're from.
Okay.
I mean, I have the papers here, but that'll make it easier.
And I already put it on the website, so it's all on there.
So just so you know, so today we had a total of 17 people present, only 14 were eligible to vote. 2 were district employees and 2 were guests. Sorry, 13 were eligible to vote. Duh. Can't count. All right. Thank you once again, and we'll stick around to see if there's any questions. We'll go ahead and stop the recording. And if there's any questions that you might have or want to know.
Nope, I just want to say thank you, and I look forward to this opportunity and working with you guys.
Yeah.
Upcoming school year. So I will definitely be reaching out to you, Francis, because
Okay.
I'm new here. So there's a lot of things that, I would like to talk to you about, but I am looking forward to it.
Okay, you have my information.
All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and it was good talking to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Esther, as always.
Bye.
And Francis, look forward to working with you and the rest of the board.
Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you.
Rachel, how's your dog doing?
She's good, right here sleeping.
Oh, nice.
Aw.
And my kindergartner, of course, has to be part of my any meeting that I attend.
Of course.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
All right. Good
everyone.
night.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Congratulations. Have a good summer.
Thank you.
You all too. Thanks.
Antonella, you didn't want to run. Oh, she left.